What's up guys, welcome to my channel. It's Craft. In today's video I'm going to be breaking down a trade I took on gold that played out cleanly and it took profits. Actually, I'm going to be showing you two trades. I'll walk you through the setup, execution and management and explain exactly why I entered and how I handled the trade from start to finish. You get so you can also follow me on Twitter because I post trades on Twitter and things that are going to help you as a beginner trader or an upcoming trader. You understand? And I have something special coming up on my X. So yeah, I don't have a Telegram channel yet. I'm currently working on that. So let's go. If you're into CRT, MSNR, and SMC based trading, this recap will be very, very useful. So let's get into it. Trade CRT and I trade MSNR, like I said before, and SMC. You get so first, using CRT, you have to get your candle range. You get we deal with candle ranges here, so you have to get your candle range first. You understand? So this was my candle range. This was my candle range low right here, and my candle range high right here. So right here. So right now, as you can see, if I waited for price to sweep this first candle, that was what I did. I waited for price to sweep this candle, my candle range low. So the candle range low. Yeah. So I waited for price to sweep this candle range. So I went down to the um to the 5 minutes. If you know candle range, you know we have power of 3. So when you're trading a 4-hour candle, you go on the 5 minutes. You understand? So I went to the 5 minutes and looked for a POI, and that POI is an SMC, an order block on the 5 minutes, as you can see. Yeah, this was the order block. This was the order block on the 5 minutes. You understand? This was the order block on the 5 minutes. So this was my candle range low, as you can see. So immediately price swept the candle range, came into my order block. You understand? Came into my order block and we started pushing up to TP. You get, it's that simple. There's nothing hard. If you know your SMC and your candle range, you get, if you're very familiar with it, you're going to understand what I'm trying to say. You get, and you trade according to the trend. You get, so I'm going to, you see this trade, I'm going to use it as an example. This second trade I took, you get, so I'm going to use it as an example. But this was a very, very clean setup into this order block. You get, so it went up very, very clean. It was very, very clean. You understand? So yeah, it's 1:10. So it's even 1:10. Okay, so and remember, you always take profit at 50%. You always take profit at 50% of the range. You get, you always take profit at 50% of the range. You understand? So yeah, so this was the trade. Yeah, so this was the trade when excuse. So this was the trade when it started moving. This was the trade when it started moving. You get, so this was when it hits take profit. So I'm going to show you something. You get, so this was my full TP. You saw this was my full TP. Don't mind I made mistake with the SL. You get, this was as you can see, this SL is way too small compared to what I show you. So it's meant to be on 305 because 309 to 307 is just way too small. You understand? For me, so I love to give my trades breathing room. You understand? For it to breathe. As you can see, it came back down to retest that level. You understand? Way past that level then before it started playing. You get, so you can check my Twitter. I posted the trade and my MT5 on X in case you do not believe that I took the trade. So you can go to my Twitter. The link is going to be below. You get posted like when I entered and when I closed the trade on Twitter. You understand? On X. So the second trade is going to be a lesson. You get, so let's do the second trade and see what's up with the second trade. So As you can see, this second trade, as you can see, you know the market is in an uptrend. You understand? On the second trade, let me show you. The market is in an uptrend. You get. That's why this was a very, very clean trade. We are following the bias of the market. You get. But this trade gave us a very clear model one. If you trade CRT, you're going to know what model one is. It gave us a very, very clear model one, as you can see here. This three candle, 1, 2, 3 formation is model one. You understand? So I took this trade yesterday. You understand? I was targeting this low. But remember that the market is very bullish. You get, gold was very, very bullish. You understand? So I was expecting this, my first buy. The first buy I took to ride to all-time high for gold. You understand? So that was why my TP was here. And you can see he hit my TP. You get, but the following day. You understand? So this is a very, very interesting trade. I will show you. You get, so as you can see, my TP was here. So as you can see, he hit my TP. You get, but I took these shots because I stopped. I took my full TP here. You understand? Then I took this short trade. You get, it came back and retested. You see, it retested this. It retested this level. It did not break the level of my first trade. It retested that other block, that 5 minutes other block, and it went back up. You get, and it went back up. You understand? So this trade I took, if you trade candle range, you know this is a model one. We have the accumulation, the manipulation, and the distribution. You get. So yeah, I entered on this second candle, trying to trade this candle range. As you can see, this is my candle range high, and we're just taking the high. So I was waiting for you to take this low, but as you can see, you know what happened. It did not hit take profit. As you can see here, it did not hit take profit. It went straight back to my SA. And why? This happened because the market is bullish. This is why you don't trade against the trend. You understand? You do not trade against the trend. You get. But this is a very clean model. I knew it was going to go down. I knew it was going to go down. But I was not expecting something like this, like a week to the upside. You get. I thought since yesterday my trade, it did not go to the all-time high. Maybe it wants to come down to this other block, and he wants to use this other block to push to the all-time high. You understand? So yeah, and that's why trading CRT, if you are a CRT trader, you know you always take profits at 50% of the range. Once you're at 50%, you take profit. But yesterday when I took this trade, I forgot, and I was not with my phone at the time. You get, so I did not take profit. You get, and when I was with my phone, it was already like close to. I was in a little bit profit, but I left it and it just hit a sell. I thought it was going to come back, and it did come back, but it went to all-time high first before coming back to like my TP. You understand? So this trade is very clean, as you can see. Your candle range high, your candle range. Let me show you how I entered this trade. So I went down to the 5 minutes again. On the 5 minutes, you see a kiss of death turtle soup. Let me show you right here. So as you can see, this is my kiss of death turtle soup paired with my fair value gap. You get, so that was where I entered. You understand? That was where I entered. You get, that was like where the trade started even moving, like moving distribution. If you trade CRT, like I said before, you know, that was where it started distributing like quite fast. You understand? So let me give you a very clear view of this. So as you can see, let me see if I can. Yeah, as you can see, this is my kiss of death with my fair value gap. So you see immediately, if we tested the fair value gap, it went down. You understand? So that was how I took both trades. You get, so do not trade against the trend. You understand? Even if you want to, always make sure you take partials. Always make sure you take partials at 50% of the range. No matter what you're trading, if it's the monthly, the weekly, you always have to take partials. So that's all. This was when the trade was playing. It was coming down yesterday. So you get, so see, it was very, very clean. A very, very clean trade. Very, very clean. model 1. You understand? So at this place, you see, I was actually targeting this other block. You get, I was targeting this other block, and I was looking out for this liquidity also coming down to this level, you understand? So you get, I always look ahead of trades, you understand? I always look ahead of trades. What's after eating my take profit? What's next? What we go do next? Is it going to come down? So this was the other block I was expecting for it to reach. Then maybe a little bit of pullback, then come down to this level and maybe hit all-time high. You understand? But it clearly did not do that. This was just, the manipulation was very, like, so I know it took a lot of people yesterday. So this was how I took bull trades on gold. I hope you learned something. Yeah, I'm cooking something, like I said before, for those, even for beginner traders. I am like, it's really going to help you. You get, really going to help you to look at the market the way I do and take trades like this. As you can see, this is 1:10. This is 1:8. You get, so that's 1:18. You get, so yeah. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.